boomer brands. You know them. We love to make fun of them. But they're storied parts of American history, and they employ a lot of people. And so now they're at a crossroads because they've got to figure out what are they going to do. Because the people that buy their cars, their next vehicle purchase is going to be well, Cadillac doubles down on their performance line, which is the V Series, the CT5V, CT5V Blackwing, which is just the Escalade V, which is a 6,000-pound mom SUV with a 600 and some odd horsepower supercharged V8. Beautiful, but I'm more scared for all the soccer moms that's going to be driving that thing around. Harley Davidson decided to create an engine that can rev more than 5,000 RPMs without slinging apart. And also the Pan American electric motorcycles. They're trying to diversify. Well, that leaves Buick. What about them? Well, what about them? This is Buick's attempt. This is a 2023 Buick Envision. Now, what might that attempt be? Well, they realized millennials are broke. We're growing up in a very screwed up economy. Now, I'm not going to get into politics behind that because, this is not a politics channel. This is a car channel. The Buick Envision was GM's answer, an affordable premium SUV. And I do mean affordable. This was $35,000. And price-wise, I believe it's on par with about a Honda CR-V. That's what I compared it to when I purchased this car. And personally, dollar for dollar, this is a better car, in my opinion. I personally love this car. It's comfortable. It's got great road manners. It tows well. Gets up boogies on the interstate with no issue. Now, the only thing I did do was, since this thing came with highway tires and absolutely sucked in wet grass, I added some knobby tires as my daughter jumps into the middle of the shot. But you know what? She's part of it. So I did add a roof rack. Now, granted, this isn't the factory roof rack. This is one from Harbor Freight because I'm a cheapskate and I refuse to buy the nicer stuff. But this car will do everything you want and more. I'm 6'5". I fit comfortably in this car. I can fit my kids in here with no issue. Plenty of trunk space. The towing, like I said, is great. If you don't believe towing wise, I'll show you because I got to do some towing today. And we'll even take her for a little jaunt off-road. Let you see how Envision loaded up. Now, she does have a little bit of squat on her. That's just mainly I didn't balance the load, and that's on me. But I've got a golf cart, riding lawnmower, 2 generators, and a dolly on the back of a 12-foot trailer. And we're fixing to take this old girl and go drop this off. I had to move to an isolated part of my neighborhood because my next-door neighbor has the yappingest dogs in the history of mankind. So the moment they get outside or catch wind of somebody breathing outside, forget about audio. So we're going to roll this girl on and have some fun. As I've always said, the road manners of this car is quite nice. Now granted, you will hear a little bit of road noise right now because I have mud grabs in this car because, yeah. Unfortunately, the place I was going to go for the off-roading part of this video is no longer accessible anymore to the public. So, as lame as it is, the closest you really are going to get of any kind of off-roading adventure, because I have nowhere else to try this car. I will do a video later of actually bagging on this thing. Is this nice swampy road here in South Louisiana. So, if you feel like watching a Buick beat and bang around, stay tuned. If not, I understand. You can kind of skip ahead, I guess. this was not the most entertaining off-roading experience, but it's probably more off-roading than anybody really who buys this car is ever going to do. It's not the most potent car, but it motivates itself down the road quite well. I'm satisfied with it. And if this is a car you're interested in, I recommend checking one out and giving it a shot. I think this is a pretty pleasant car and a pretty solid car for the money. Now, granted, like I said, the road noise is a lot better than any of the other cars because they don't have boggers on them. I'm the only idiot who seemed to put boggers on his car. But keep that in mind when you think about buying one. Morning, everybody. So, unfortunately, I wasn't really able to finish out the filming like I wanted to for this episode. And I do apologize. I plan on making a part 2 to kind of give more of the interior view and stuff like that with this car. Now, granted, I would do, but this is my work car as well. But I'm doing this to say 10 out of 10, this has been a fantastic car. In 11 months, I've put 36,000 miles on it, and I have driven the ever-loving snot out of this car. I do apologize for the off-road section not being, more off-road, but honest to God, just me going down that little trail is probably more off-road than anybody's really ever going to do with this car. So if you were in the market for a small commuter SUV or just a family car, give Buick a try. And I'm not saying that as a Buick fan or even a Buick employee. I'm saying that as somebody that has been genuinely impressed with this car. I didn't have a lot of hope for it when I got it. I knew they were reliable, but I'm very particular about my cars. But I did approach this thing with an open mind, and so far it's been fantastic. It does have a few shortcomings, mainly the hitch positioning. The factory hitch is mounted very low in these cars. They did come up with an updated design in the newer ones that is straight out and they have a cutout that you can take out of the bumper. But the early ones they were dropping comes below the bumper, so it was a clearance issue. But 10 out of 10, I would recommend. Yeah. So if you're in the market for a small SUV, go to your local Buick GMC dealership, or if you see one on a used lot. The second generation is better than the first generation, in my opinion. But 10 out of 10, this is a fantastic car for the money. And I know there is the drawbacks of it being Chinese built, but the way I look at it, nearly everything we have is Chinese these days, or not even made in America. So you know what? It is what it is, and the fact that this car holds up to the amount of abuse I've put it through speaks testaments to its build quality. So, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you very much. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like in the comment section, and thank you. Have a wonderful day.